Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Monday the 19th of August 2024. So gold soars to record high, dollar dumps as Kamala unveils populist economic plan. I've got a pretty good idea she's going to win the election. We've also got bonds chopped to geopolitics, soft housing data and Dovish Goolsby. Economic news for this week. Let's start off with today. We've got the FOMC member Waller speaking. Tuesday we've got Wednesday the FOMC meeting minutes. Thursday we move into the flash news plus the start of the Jackson Hole Symposium. We just move this up a bit. Day 2 on Friday with Powell speaking at 3 p.m. and the Jackson Hole, which is all day. New home sales, and then on also as well we've got Bailey speaking, but that's not until 8 p.m. And then on Saturday we've also got the Jackson Hole Symposium. So we've got a bit of Fed news this week. So Powell speaking. So there could be some interesting moves off that if it's leaked into the market. I don't think Jackson Hole Symposium is a secret meeting at all. I don't think it's in front of a committee either, but we'll see. We'll see. No, it's not in front of a committee. Thinking about it now, obviously, because there's a clue in the name, Keith, Symposium. So yeah, the markets will react to whatever he says during those 2 days, because obviously the third day, Saturday, the markets are closed. Right, speaking of the markets, let's have a look at Friday's market action. We saw the markets continue to move higher, and we'll kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, Friday, the market continued to move to the upside. We marked all of these up. We've got a V-shaped correction going on in these markets at the moment, and you can see we're back to 78% retracement there. All-time highs for me this week, while the market's quiet. No FOMC meeting interest rate minutes or anything like that. None. CPI was out last week, and no non-farm payroll numbers either. So the market free to work its way back to the upside there. And again, Friday market marked down first, then up on the news, using that as an excuse to move prices higher. Market off the higher Friday at the moment, but already finding support and trying to make its way back to the upside there. In the German DAX, the market also showing a rise on Friday. Need to get through the 89% retracement to get back up to the recent high of 18,779 there. 30-minute chart, market moving up from the start, pulling back mid-morning, which you can see before moving higher. Overnight there's a bit of weakness there down to the DP. 50 EMA there in the 30-minute chart as well to help bring some support to this market. In the S&P 500, prices continue to move higher. I'll just remove all of these old fibs. That's where the market's gone through. We just need to get through 89 now, and then we're back to the all-time high of 56.70. And in the 30-minute chart, the market trading down to the DP during Friday before retracing. So again, another V-shaped correction. Overnight, bit of weakness down to the close, but trying to find a bit of support there now. In the FT100, trading through the 89 on Friday and Thursday, but a bit of weakness there, trying to get back on the overnight. Bit of weakness in the FT100 on Friday as the other markets moved higher. This didn't, as you can see there, making its way down and double bottoming. And then coming off the close on the overnight there. In the dollar, the market continuing to move to the downside overnight, as it did on Friday as well. So this has been good news for the metals. So let's have a look at those. And in silver, allowed to move up during Friday there, but some resistance to the left. If the weakness continues, then maybe we'll be allowed to see silver trade back above $30 an ounce. How exciting! But whether they'll let it or not, who knows. So up on the overnight at the moment, but don't be surprised if we get another retracement back to the downside. The only thing that's supporting this at the moment is the gold price, which we'll look at in just a moment. So Friday the market was sideways, and it was only the news and gold that dragged the market higher. It had no choice other than to move high. But overnight and in the Far East, the market currently up and sitting at $29. In the gold market, new all-time high for this one during Friday. We've got 2509. Don't be surprised if the market is slammed all the way back down to the low of Friday, because that tends to be a pattern with gold when it makes a new all-time high. They don't want this up either, because central banks are accumulating gold. They have been accumulating since 2010. So the lower the price, the better for them. So the more they can hammer the price to the downside, the better. Geopolitically, though, it could be quite useful to keep an eye on it, because I suspect prices will be used as a safe haven, or gold will be used as a safe haven if things deteriorate. Seems to be a lot of news in Ukraine, or about Ukraine and Russia over the weekend. It's funny, isn't it? I've mentioned this before. The whole of the newsreels were full of Russia and Ukraine and how Ukraine's winning the war at the weekend. And then it disappears during the week. And then weekends, it reappears. Like, you can have 5 days off and just fight at the weekends, which is not true. It's just that they're not reporting it because it's likely to have an impact on the markets. So the moment gold treading water sideways and trying to move back to the upside there. Gold-silver ratio, a bit of a reprieve for silver at the moment, so being allowed to move higher, which means the gold-silver ratio is moving down, 90 being the tops this time, whereas 92 for me, I still think it'll be broken at some point with the way they're manipulating the price of silver. And overnight, we've got $32 for Shanghai and 28.14, but of course that's already moved up to 29 in the overnight session. Right, let's have a look at Friday's trades. So the market already moving up in the pre-cash market there for the German DAX, and then we kick off with prices moving lower. They trade down to the high and the 200 MA if you keep an eye on this level. And despite having a potential sell signal, which you'll see in just a moment, the market fills this but then tests the high, got support already to the left, and the 200 MA, well, the market just reverses off that, particularly when you see the rising lows after, and then prices moving back to the upside. So if you didn't get out of that on that, you can see the market moving back to the upside and taking this trade out, and then continuing to move to the upside. Again, not enough volatility in this bar to give us the indicator to go to the upside, which is a shame. But then the market continues all the way through the mid-morning until weakness appears, which we saw earlier, all the way up until the Dow opens in the afternoon. The Dow, obviously, as I mentioned in Friday's alert, wanting to get back to the all-time highs, and then the first trade is, as you can see there, trades up to the scalp and continues up slightly above this to the BRN and continues to move higher. I wasn't at the desk on Friday afternoon. I was out on the motorbike as it was so nice. And then we had a potential sell which wasn't filled, another long which came back and was taken out, which is again a bit of a nuisance, and then the market put in another buy when it retested at the 50 EMA there, and you've got the 220 bar moving average, the 200 MA is lower than this, and then prices, that is the 200 MA, it is, because the 20 is up here in green. It's black, I just didn't quite distinguish that. So yeah, prices, all of the averages there, all lined up, and then prices continuing to move back to the upside there, heading towards the R1, but struggling a bit until later on when the market gets to that level and beyond. So a quick look overnight, and price is already starting to move back towards the close after a bit of a pullback. Let's compress the chart. You can see we've got the 200 MA in the way there in the 2-minute chart, followed by the high and the R1. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get back up towards the high as the starting point there. May get a bit of a shakeout first down to the DP. Okay, that's it for this one. That kicks off the week. Let's see what it brings. But let's see what happens during today first. Okay, so have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.